Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. We are going to spin the wheel, of course, and well, let's just go ahead and do that. And I noticed that some interesting comments have come about, and let's let Space Probe appear. And I noticed that, yeah, some of you have encountered some irregularities in terms of the release of certain words on Wordle. Honestly, I really don't understand it. And I know that the New York Times has undergone a new curator, as they call it, of the word list. So I guess some interesting things will take place. I don't care what they do with the word list. The only thing that matters to me is that I can continue to pre-record at least 5 of these in advance because it's extremely tricky for me to do them during the week when I've got all of my lessons. So I usually can carve out a good hour or two during the weekend, pre-record 5 in advance, upload them to YouTube, and just not even have to worry about that. They'll just get released one day at a time accordingly. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm concerned about. If you guys get any information regarding that, please let me know. In the meantime, look at this cool space probe. Space probe is pretty darn close to perfect. Space is, I think, is just an amazing starter word. Now, I do see that we have duplication of the P, but they're not in the same position. The E's are duplicated. So that's slightly unfortunate, but I think this is still a great starter word. I have almost no qualms. How nervous am I? Not nervous at all. I'm actually really looking forward to it. And let's go ahead and see how our space probe does. So let me just cancel out of this, and we are going to go straight to Wordle. Bam, there we are. Okay, so space probe. Space got us an A and an E. Let's see if the probe will complement that in any way. If we got the R or the O or the B, that would be great. We didn't, so we're sort of in a similar predicament as we were yesterday with force power. It looks to me like the probe is sort of acting as the power and not really giving us any useful information, but that's okay. What are we going to do with space probe, the A and the E? We got rid of the S and the C, so that is actually kind of nice. Those are very popular starter letters. We could try, an A in the beginning. We could try an A in the beginning just for fun. A's are good starter words. They're not bad at all. And if we did, what words come to mind? It wouldn't be apple. It wouldn't be after, because we lost the R. That would have been almost perfect. And we could put the E. Let's see, what if we did A-L-E? I'm not sure where that would really get us, actually. What if we did the E here? Annex. Annex would work. That's an extremely risky entry, though, isn't it? Annex. That would be extremely risky. Because it would effectively duplicate those ends unnecessarily. Boy, I'll be kicking myself, of course, if that's the right answer. It's certainly valid. But I don't know. It's tempting because it would at least tell me if it begins with an A. But I do feel like we have so many other options that we have to contemplate. We really should be looking at, well, let's see. It's not going to be an EA word, right? It certainly wouldn't look like that, like, beast or yeast, or whatever other options. E-A-A-E-E-A. It's funny. I mean, the only other one that I could consider would be that, with these E's and A's. That doesn't look incredibly promising either. We could put the A here. Again, the E won't come after it. So maybe what about this? What about this structure? That's actually an interesting one. So I am going to consider annex. I'm not going to go away from that. But I'm just seeing what other things we could tease out of this where we could get, some 5 fresh letters. It would end in, okay, it wouldn't be cadet because we did lose the C. That would have been a good one. Let's see here. We could do gavel. A judge's gavel. Is that how you spell it? I don't know. I sort of feel like we want to get the T in there. Let's see. What could begin with T? T-A. T-A. E. Tally. Not sure about that. This is a good one. This is a good one. This annex, huh? It's funny. I am gonna just. It's a ridiculous guess. It's a ridiculous guess, but it does give me the N, and it does help me position the A and the E. So I'm gonna go for it. All right, that was pretty ridiculous. Now, on the other hand, the A is really looking pretty good. I think in the second position. Now, could this be an EA word? That's interesting. Could it be an EA word? It's not Earth. What else could be EA? Early. No, because we lost the R. That's too bad. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Wow. Where am I going to go here? Where am I going to go here? All right. Probably want to get the E in the middle. Probably want to get the E in the middle. And now we could do, the only problem with that is that doesn't really, okay, so we maybe can start to figure out where the E goes, because the A it's not going to begin with A. I don't think it would be second A. We know, of course, it's not third. And I don't see it ending in A, and I don't see anything that's really looking promising like this. Although it could be wheat. That's actually not a bad guess. It could be wheat. It could be an LEAT word. There we go. Okay, so finally I found something that looks reasonable. So yeah, let's start off with this. Okay, so it's not cleat, and honestly, I don't see anything that really works. So I'm actually kind of liking wheat. And let's see here. Yeah, that's looking really, really good. And do I see anything else that it could be other than that with the HEAT? Not really. So let's give wheat a shot. It's not wheat. Now I'm getting very nervous because the only progress we've made is the location for the A. Wow, this is going to be a tough one. So now we're probably looking like this. Oh man. And I feel like this is this is very tricky. Now I do of course see some words. It could be metal. It could be metal. Yeah, it could be metal. I guess metal is good. I'm very concerned though if this is a trap sequence. Metal. I do think that would be a good word though. Let's go for it. Okay. Yeah, not happy with the solve, but happy that I didn't crash and burn on that one. Oh, it looks like it is preserving my streak, which is good. Um, so that's nice. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah, that was a tough solve, guys. I feel like I'm also slightly out of sorts. Just maybe a little bit tired or something like that. Haven't had any coffee recently. So I think I could have done a hell of a lot better. Obviously, probe did not like really help tremendously, but still, the annex. Come on, let's be honest. The annex was a ridiculous guess, even though I think it's a completely valid word. It was very, it was very brash. Yeah, and then wheat, and I guess I'm kind of lucky that I finally got the medal, even though I certainly don't deserve one. Okay, well, as always, we're just going to go to Scoredle and see this pretty lame performance. Space Probe Annex. Space Probe Annex Wheat Medal. Let's see if I can remember that. Space Probe Annex Wheat Medal. All right. Space wasn't bad. Brought it down by a factor of about 30 or so. Probe, again, not good at all. Only about a factor of 2. You don't want factors of 2, that's for sure. Now, annex dropped it down by a factor of 4, but I know I should have, gotten a lot better than that. Wheat. Okay, so here's the deal. Check it out. How lucky did I get? Metal, deedle, I don't know what that is. Legal, I completely overlooked that. Delay. Femal, not sure about that. Fidei, no. Equal. Oh, but we had equal. So now that's the other thing, guys. This new curator at the New York Times, is she going to repopulate the word list with previously used Wordles? That's a good one. In which case, we have to now say to ourselves, hey, once you got a word, it's no longer out of sight or out of mind. It could be reused. So that's interesting. Milam, I would not have thought of that. Ectum, though, and Iliad. Not sure about that one. Yeah, so basically metal, legal, delay, for sure. I didn't consider. So I definitely have to consider myself lucky. I'm not sure if I would have gotten trapped there. I don't think so. I think I would have had to have been forced on the 6th guess to get one of those remaining ones. So there you have it, guys. Not the best ever. I'm very confident that I'm going to see a lot of 3s and 4s from you guys. And do want to just let you know that we have our first live stream tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Friday, November 11th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm very, very excited about it. And I do encourage you guys, please, if you would like to participate and potentially win some money, then just please go ahead and just take a second or two to fill out the form. I have it in the link. There's a link to it in the description below, and you will automatically be a contestant throughout the entire thing. And if you sort of just want to hang out, that's also totally fine. If you want to just watch and see how it goes, that's totally fine. But if you're like, whoa, this is serious, Art's not fooling around, there's some money at stake here, and you would like to participate, then for that, you do have to fill out that form. And again, the whole purpose of it is not to create an extra layer of bureaucracy. It's to make sure that whoever claims that they won that prize is the legitimate person, because people can easily just claim, oh yeah, I got the prize for $100, and I'm going to feel really silly if I send it to the wrong person because they were being, because they were engaging in skullduggery. So we don't want that, do we? So there you have it, guys. So please, I would love to see you, all my friends, from 6 to 8 tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing live stream so long as there's no technical issues, but we did do a test run, and apart from the latency, it just went really well. I was so happy, and I am going to do a few things to make it even better because I really, really want this to be successful and maybe something that we'll do, on a steady weekly basis. You never know. So there you have it. I very much enjoyed that edition of Wordle, even though it was a longer solve. And not the best solve, but, I do know that you guys do enjoy seeing me struggle and suffer a little bit, and that's completely reasonable, and so you should, right? I am not going to always be able to get it in 3 or 4 guesses, and today was definitely the case. So share me your path to victory, and of course, yes, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.